Hello, Nick. Thought I'd look at something a little different today. Boy, that glare there makes it a little hard to see that, but it's 49 Quick Decks Hockey. This is made by Grant Fines at 49 Sports Games. I believe it came out, I think I got it in the March time frame was when it came out. I think I looked at it in a What I Got video. But finally getting around to trying it out on the table. And I think normally I'd want to, get a few games under my belt before I kind of tried to show gameplay. But I've been really enjoying it, and I've got a pretty exciting game going. So these were some of I think there were like three Stanley Cup matchups that came with the game. Plus, I got I think there was a free season maybe, and then I had bought also the 2008 2009 season because I want to try to right a wrong and make the Red Wings beat the Penguins. But hey, maybe we'll get to that in the future sometime. But right now we've got the LA Kings battling the Montreal Canadiens in the 1992-93 Stanley Cup Finals. Historically, Montreal won the series. LA won the first game, and then Montreal won the next three games in overtime before finally finishing it out in Game 5. So, and looking at so this game has, I mean, just a ton of different ratings. And looking, I don't know, just my unskilled eye looking at LA compared to Montreal. LA looks like they would have been the better team, I think, overall, but didn't play out that way in the series. First started out in this game, it looked like my surmising was right. LA was they're pretty much dominating it. I mean, they outshot Montreal 12-3 in the first period. They had jumped off to a 2-0 lead until Montreal got one on the board late. And then if you look at the second period, Montreal really came back hard, out shooting LA 19-11, and a lot of scoring. LA went back up by 2. Montreal came back and then tied it before LA went ahead again. Montreal tied it, and then I think it was late. Yeah, it was late in the period. LA Marty McSorley took the lead, or helped them take the lead. Looks like LA's had 3 power play goals. Tony Granado has 2 of them and needs one more for a hat trick. Coming into the third period, pretty quiet so far. LA 2 penalties, and unfortunately for them, we're going into the third segment, which the third segment penalties are they're like a 1 in 6 chance for a penalty to be called. But this penalty on Luc Robitaille was right before entering that final segment, which is what we're going to be seeing me attempt to do justice to here today. And we'll see how it goes. But so LA is going to start on the penalty kill, and so they've got Carson, Donnelly, Coffee, and Blake out. Just a quick note, which I'll address later. Carson and Coffee were actually traded for each other, so they would not be on the same line, let alone the same team. I'm guessing that maybe when Grant does these, that he's just looking at who played the most at certain positions or whatever. But there's a way to fix that also. But I'll talk about that some other time. And then Montreal has their top power play line out there of Mueller, Damphus, Keane, and Schneider, and Desjardins. So should be interesting. The thing that really got me excited about this game is up here. You can set the different strategies. So you've got, how is the defense going to get it out of the defensive zone? Are you going to clear or pass out? You can have your D-men active. And then when you're in a neutral zone trying to enter into the attack zone, are you going to play dump and chase or pass in? And are you going to have your forwards active? I keep going blurry. And then at this stage, so since LA is up by one with in the third segment, they're playing safe automatically, and then over here, Montreal is playing clear with their D-men active. They're playing pass in. Forwards aren't active, and they're playing aggressive since they're behind in the final segment. We'll kind of go over. I'll try to give a kind of an I don't know how things are done at the time, or what all these things mean. This is just kind of a player selection, kind of to randomize things rather than on the cards. It always saying, hey, your left wing, your right defenseman. This gives a little variability into that. So the goalies in the matchup, Kelly Rudy, he rolled. He was shaky for this game, and it's kind of shown. LA's been playing good in front of him, but he's kind of been giving up some soft goals, which would be expected when you're shaky. And then Patrick Waugh, he came out and rolled the solid, and you would expect that he would have just dominated the game. And I mean, he's shown some dominance, but he's let LA be ahead. So it's been a very interesting game for solitaire play, or if you want to coach one team and play the other. There's these strategy cards, depending on the type of strategies that the teams play. So on here, they play defense clear, forwards pass in, so that corresponds to here, and first and second periods, and then third period. So here's where it came in. They were up by one, so we added two to it, and that's how they got their current strategy. Same thing for Montreal. They're playing clear and balanced. Misprint on this card. It had two first and second period sides, but this is definitely the third period side, since it takes more into account whether they're ahead or behind. So that's how the strategies were determined. At the end of every segment, you re-roll that, and that's the current strategy. And the segments are there's 20 cards, 20 of these cards. These are called ice action cards. So each period there's 20 of these, and they're broken into the first segment of 7, the second segment is 6, and then the last segment is 7. And then since this is the third period, the last 5 cards of this are going to be clutch time, and then that's going to make the goalies use their clutch time ratings. So should be interesting. So I think I don't know. Have I gotten? I think I kind of showed everything. I'll try to set this up in kind of a bird's eye view so that I can still kind of do things. You may not be able to see specific numbers and such greatly, but I'll kind of point that out as we go. So, all right, next time I see you, you'll have more of a bird's eye view of things. All right, change of plans. Wasn't going to have you high in the sky, but you really couldn't see anything. I mean, you saw kind of the layout of the table, but I don't know how interesting that would be. The real excitement comes from the cards, following them along. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Have you a little closer, and maybe I'll move around. So here we are. We're probably about 7 minutes left in the game. Montreal just entered a power play, and they're down by 1. So let's see what happens. All right. So we follow along here. So the power play team has control in the attack zone. So home has in the visitor. So if the puck possession, or the power play in this instance, power play FD. So then we go up here on the FD line, and we see the next one pointed out as LD. So the left defenseman. If the left defenseman has a create of 11 plus, so then we can look here. Does Matthew Schneider have a create of 11 plus? Oh, just missed, so no. So then you go down to the or. If his create is 9 plus, yeah, it was a 10. So instead of the next forward getting inside +2 on his shot, it's going to be just a regular shot from the slot. And if we go up here, you can see, you probably can't see anyways, but the next in the forward, the F line is the right wing. So the right wing is going to get a shot from the slot. So that's Mike Keene, and his slot shot is a 3. So the way this is done is the shooter rolls a d20, and if it's the shot number or less, so 3 or less in this case, it's on target or a good shot, and then you roll a d12 for the goalie, and if it's within his range, then he stops it, and then there's some depending on how they end up determines what happens. So let's take a look. So 19 on the d20, so that's definitely out of the shooter range, and 8 on the d12 is definitely out of the goalie range. So that means that would be a rebound, okay, but since this card has a spot for the rebound, says short man controls the rebound, they can make a play with a d12 plus 1 or clear. So what that means, and actually I was doing this wrong before, but actually I just ended up clearing every time, because then that helps get the power play done. So we have the option, we can go on this short man makes a play chart, and looks like we can add 1 to our roll. So a lot of bad things can happen here. So really you gotta get 11 to 12 for something to happen. Otherwise you're intercepted and you get worse things the other way, or you just turn it back over. So really, for me, I mean, they're clinging to a one goal lead, so LA is just going to clear. So that's going to end this card. So we go to the next card. And the way it works is when you burn through 2 of the man advantage cards, then that you turn over 1 of the regular ones, but you don't activate that. That's just the timing mechanism. So here we go. And on the power play, each line goes through 2 of these cards before they switch. So let's do this again. So power play team is having trouble keeping control. If the short man has 2 takeaways of 10 plus. So we can come over here, take a look at the short man team. Their takeaways, yeah, they don't have anybody with 10 plus. So that's not going to trigger. So if there's not 10 plus, then the power play team has control in the attack zone. So they're back in the attack zone. If the power play F, so that's the next one of these guys, which is the center, so that's Kirk Mueller. If his pass assist is 10 plus, yep, it's 18. He passes to the second high shoot in the slot. So Mueller is going to pass to, looks like it'd be Matthew Schneider. He's because after so Mueller has possession of the puck. So the high is Vincent Damphus then, and then the second highest is Matthew Schneider. So Schneider's going to take a shot from the slot. His slot rating's a 2, so he needs a 2. Let's see what the roll is. 15 on his die, 7 on the goalie's die, so they're both out of range, so that's a rebound okay, and there actually is something here about it. Puck position, or power play gets control, but has to reset to the attack zone. So we get a new card. So that means that, all right, so these first 2 man advantage cards are done. So we burn this first ice action card, and then that allows us to also we're skipping lines now. So Montreal is going to their second power play unit, and LA is going to their second short man unit. Robitaille, however, is in the penalty box, so at the forward position, we're going to bring Corey Millen out for that. So, all right, let's go to the next card, see what happens. They're halfway through killing it. All right, if the power play has 2 pass assist 10s, so on this line, let's see, pass assists, yep. So they've got Stefan Lebeau at 17 and Brian Bellows at 17, so that is true. They set up nicely in the attack zone, and if they have any 2 with puck move of 11, so puck move, they've got 1 guy with an 11, so no. So no 2, let's see, so any, hold on now, I'm getting a little confused here. So we had that. Okay, so any 2 with puck move 11, no. If they have any 2 with puck move 9 plus, yeah, so they've got 3 with puck move 9 plus. So they're going to have F with a shot in the slot plus 1. So the next F is the right wing, and if you see on here, right wing. So this 6+ means the right wing has to have a shoot rated of 6+. That's just to keep it so that people that didn't shoot much don't just be taking shots all the time. But Brian Bellows is a 13+, so Bellows will be taking the shot. So we move that forward, and it's going to be a +1. So Bellows in the slot is a 4, so he's looking for a 5. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I've missed a couple shots. So 18 no, and 4 is within Rudy's range. So there's no rebound. He makes the stop, and I've been missing. That's the third shot of the power play already. All right, so we go back to, so it's still in the attack zone, and we go to face off. But we're to the last card here. So let's see. So power play has control in the attack zone. If the power play F, so the next F is the left wing. So Gilbert Dion, if he has an O rate of 11, so no, his O rate is an 8. So else if it's not 11+, the puck is loose. High forward takeaway gets control. So forwards, so what are, I'm guess, are we, I mean, is the center included in that? Let's see, takeaway, well, let's see. So 7s or 8 if we include the center. Over here, takeaways, okay. Oh, Robitaille's out. Oh, but we got a 9 and Corey Miller. So it looks like that means that the short man team's going to get control. They clear the puck, and we go to a new card. And what that means now is these 2 cards are done, which burns this last card here. The penalty's over. Robitaille is back on the ice, and we change line or switch lines up, and we're going to hit into the final 5 minutes, which is clutch time. All right, so Montreal had LeBeau, Dion, and Bellows. This is the special teams chart, so now we're going back to the regular. So they probably will go, well, or maybe they'll go to the third line. Yeah, let's do that, and then looks like back to their first D pairing. So right now, so we don't have to, we're in the final segment, so we don't have to play the fourth line, and we don't have to play the third line defenseman. And and we also have we can double shift a forward group and a defensive group once this segment, so we'll have to remember that. Over here, so we had the Wayne Gretzky line, Huddy and Zhitnik out. So I'm guessing, I don't know if we go back to the first line. Or no, maybe here. Yeah, we'll go to the second line. And let's see, which defenseman did we hit out? We had Huddy and Zhitnik, so we'll go to the first line pairing. So, yeah. All right. So that is all done. Let's get rid of these man advantage cards. Ouch. Hitting myself on things under the table. All right. So now we're clutch time. We gotta remember that. I don't know if that means, I'm guessing that means that you're just going to use the clutch line for normal shots and rebounds. So we don't have to worry about rebounds, I'm guessing. I don't know. All right. So Montreal has it, and I think it was in the neutral zone. So we'll start with an ice action card to see where we're going from here. All right. So if puck possession is playing aggressive, so they are playing aggressive since they're behind. They are too aggressive. Defender steals the puck for an odd man rush. Oh boy. All right. So this takes us to another chart. Let's show this. So we roll a d12, and then that's going to tell us what happened. Sorry about the shadows. I need to, I don't know, come up with some way to hold the lights or make it an even light without me making things. So 5, so 2 on 1. So the way we do this is we take the first 2, so the right wing and the center of the So LA has it because they have the odd man rush. So what did I say? The right wing and center. So Tony Granado and Jimmy Carson are coming down with it. And 2-on-1, we take the D rate. So the left defenseman is who they're up against. All right, so, and we continue on. So if defender takeaway is a 12 plus, so Schneider's takeaway is an 11, just missed it. He stops play. Defender control on the own end. Else, puck possession has control. High shoot on the inside. So inside the high, they're both a 7. Let's 1, 2, 3. It's Carson. So it's going to be Carson who takes the shot. So it's inside. He's a 7. Was that? Where was it? Oh, yeah. So I think it was just inside. I shoot. Make sure I got that right. Hold on. I did this wrong, I think. So that was, we were on the 5, 2-on-1. High shoot. So the high shoot for that would be Granado because he's a 12 to a 9. I don't know where I was thinking they were tied. I think I was looking at, the inside. So he'll take a 7 shot against Patrick Waugh. 19 is a no. 10 is outside, so that's going to be rebound. Rebound, okay. So we look here, the puck is deflected out of play, and we're going to have an attack defense zone face-off. So, it's a lot of excitement going on, and that will give us a switch line. So Montreal is skipping their 4th line back to the 1st, and you know what? They're gonna double shift Schneider and Desjardins. So I got to remember that they've already done that. Over here, do we want to? You know what? They're going to. They're going to double shift their second line, and they're going to double shift their D line. They don't want that top line to get it. So I put this over here so I know we're going to there next time. All right, so we're going to look at the face-off. AD offense wins the face-off. So that was, oh shoot, who had the puck last? I think that was LA. Yeah, because Granado shot. So they win the face-off. D takes an outside shot. So that's visitor, home. So the D is the right defenseman. He's going to take an outside shot. So that's Blake. So he's a 3. Just trying to keep Montreal pinned down here. Oh my God. Holy crap. A 3, which is inside his range, and 10 is outside Waugh's range. That is a goal. Rob Blake may have just sealed the deal for LA. So let's see here. 6-4. Wow. That is huge. Blake. Oh shoot, I did. Let's see. We'll say. All right, let's roll here. There's a special way you can go about figuring out assists and such. I just kind of play it by ear. So let's see who's the big. You look at the big pass assist ratings. So Coffey's the highest. I think we'll probably say it's from Coffey. And then let's see if there was a second assist. If I can roll dice without missing the tower. And we will say it was also, second assist was Granado. And that was, how many cards are left? So there's 4 cards left, so that would have been card 16. I just keep kind of give me an idea how timing wise, so that would be somewhere around the 15th to 16th minute. All right, so that was big time right there. So now LA they've got no more double shifts. I think Montreal is going to double shift their first line. So now there's no more double shifts left that I have to worry about. So, oh man, I may have to two down when I haven't read the pulling your goalie rules, which was a rules addendum during the final few minutes. I don't know if it gives me a time when I am allowed to. I mean, they're two down. Maybe after the next card, if nothing changes, I'll. Oh, and this gives momentum also now to LA. I got to remember that with that. All right, so out after the goal, we're in the neutral zone face-off. High-rated wins. So Montreal has an 8, and looks like that's going to win. So they win. They control in the neutral zone. All right, so now we go to the card, the ice action card. If puck position is playing safe, they are not. If they're playing pass in, they are. They move into the attack zone and they try to create a chance. So that means we go to the game action deck here and we're looking at the chance. So the shot is blocked and the puck is loose. And we're going to go to rebound okay on the next card to see what happens. If the goalie rebound is a 4+, so now here it gets down to it. We're clutch time, so I'm guessing we use that. So Rudy's normal rebound is a 3 at the moment, but his clutch is a 5, so I'm guessing that we'll use the 5. So defender gets control and they move out of the neutral zone. So LA gets it back and moves it out into the neutral zone, and that completes that card. So now I'm gonna stop this, and or maybe I'll pause, see how that works, and then I'll take a look at what I need to do for pulling the goalie. All right, so I think we will pull the goalie. There's 3 cards left. They're 2 down. I think normally if they were only 1 down, you'd wait until there's 2 cards left, but they need to get at it now. So what this means is we're going to bring out the man advantage deck. So remember, every 2 man advantage cards equals 1 of these. So we're gonna, at the moment, we're gonna have to go through 6 of these before the game ends, and we have to mark. Oh, did I advance? Yes. So we're gonna mark who's the extra skater we want out here. Kind of thinking probably Stephen LeBeau. So he's our extra skater out. Oh, but wait. If I remember, maybe we're not going to do that because they don't have possession at the moment. So scratch that. We want them to have possession before they pull the goalie. Yeah. All right. So, this isn't good. Yeah, they really need possession. So this isn't good. All right. If the puck possession team has momentum or aggressive, they are not. If puck possession FD, so the next FD is the left wing. That is Corey Millen. Is his puck move a 9+? It's an 8, so no. So if not, defender takes control. Okay, this is working. If they are playing pass out, they are not. They're playing clear. They control in the neutral zone, and we do a shift change. All right, so this isn't bad. So we're going to have to advance lines. Remember, the 3rd pairing we don't have to use. We don't have to use the 4th line during this final segment. And likewise, we don't have to use the 3rd defensive pairing. So now they're going to pull the goalie, and they will put... This line was just out, so I would feel kind of guilty if I'm double shifting somebody when we've already used our double shift. So let's have Gary Lehman out as our extra skater. And now we're going to go to the man advantage deck. All right, here we go. So instead of power play, the man advantage team has control in the attack zone. If the FD, which is the right wing, Oh, and we've got an extra right wing out, so we have to determine which one it's referring to. 1 to 3, it's Bellows. It's a 5, so it's going to be Gary Lehman. If his O rate is a 9, so it's not. Bellows, it would have been. Lehman, it's not. So the puck is loose. High forward takeaway gains control. So the high takeaway of our forwards is 8 for Montreal, and it's a 10 for Los Angeles, so they take control. All right, so here's kind of so I guess I just keep, so when the short man team gets control, they can either clear the puck, which means go on to the next man advantage card, or try to make a play to try and get a shot at the empty net. Use the short man make a play chart. Well, I don't like the short man make a play chart because, I don't know, unless I'm seeing this wrong, most of this means that the man advantage team is going to get it unless you roll high enough. So I think they're just going to clear the puck, which means we go to the next card. So they have control again in the attack zone. The puck is moved back to the point. We'll roll a D12. A 7. Pass goes to D. So the D is the left defenseman who needs to have a 5+ shoot. He does. That's Matthew Schneider. So Matthew Schneider is going to take an outside shot, and his outside is a 4. So 4, nope, he gets a 19, and clutch rating for Rudy is a 5. He rolled a 4, so he's going to hang on, and there'll be a stoppage in play. That was 2 cards, so that means we're going to burn one of these. So we've got, I might as well just take the top 2 here, and we continue on. So, yeah. We just do this again. I don't think we do face off. We just go to the next one of these cards. Oh yeah, we need to switch lines. So they're on their 3rd line, and the extra skater, I guess Mueller will have, and then we're gonna jump these lines, and here we go. All right, short man block a pass attempt if their high D rate is a 12+. No, they do not have any D rates of a 12+. Otherwise, the man advantage team gets control back in the attack zone. Oh, wait a minute. Or if, okay, hold on. So, do they have a D rate of 12+? That is a no. But they do have a D rate of 10+, so they get control and clear. So they get it, and they shoot it down again. Must be doing it perfectly as to not draw any icings. So that means we're down to our last card, the last 30 seconds of the game. The man advantage team has it, has control in the attack zone. If they have 2 forwards of create 9 or better, they do. So the pass goes to FD. So the right defenseman, not who they probably want, gets a shot in the slot +1. So the right defenseman is Eric Desjardins. His slot is a 2, so he's looking for a 3. Nope, he rolls a 20. And wow, he rolled a 20 and the goalie rolled a 12, both the tops. So that would be a rebound okay. If goalie rebound is 5+, well, we're using clutch, so it's a 5. He holds on for the face-off, and that burns the last card, and that's the game. So there you go. You got to have a little taste of 49 Quick Decks hockey. Your final score, which I didn't update the scoreboard up there, is LA 6, Montreal 4. That late goal by Blake sealed the deal. And in the original series, LA won the first game 4-1. And like I said, Montreal won the next three in overtime, and then won the final game 4-1. So, all right, I think we'll call this that it there, and I'll be back with some initial thoughts. All right, the Montreal Forum has cleared out of dejected fans. And now it's time to kind of pack this up for the time being. I don't know when I'm going to get back to it. I just wanted to. I got a lot of games that I've kind of got over this year that I haven't even touched. So I kind of want to maybe do a little exploring since I've kind of been involved in other things. But give you an idea what this comes with. So I played the 92-93. Los Angeles, Montreal. They also, as a sampler, they give you the 2019 or 2018-19 St. Louis Boston series and the 82-83 Edmonton and Islanders. So it's a nice little variety. You get some 80s, some 90s, and then a recent one. If you order it printed, this would be how they come. And man, when I first got this, because I had ordered my 2008-2009 just PDF, and I was like, wow, this is I really like this. But then, as I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, how this has Jimmy Carson and Paul Coffey on the same team, and they were not. And probably the only reason I know that is I got into hockey in the 92-93 season. Buddy of mine, I was in college and went with a buddy of mine on a afternoon off to I think it was Babbage's software store, and they had I don't know if it was the original Sega Genesis. I don't think so. I think it had to have been out before then. But they had a Sega Genesis display model, and it had NHL 93 in it. And we started playing that, and holy crap, it was just, I don't know, so fast paced, fun, and I was just hooked. Went home that night, and the Detroit Red Wings were on. We got the channel that had it on, and had a game on, and I watched an actual game live, and I was just hooked. Started watching them as much as I could after that. My girlfriend at the time, who's my wife at the moment, she that's kind of a weird way to say that. She's my wife, and but anyways, she ended up buying me a Sega Genesis and NHL 93 for Christmas that year, and that just made it all the better. But so back to why I know this is because I started following the Red Wings in 92-93, and in there was a lot of hope that year because they were doing really good. And then in January, Jimmy Carson and Paul Coffey were part of a trade. Carson went to L.A. and Coffey came to Detroit, and so that's always stuck in my mind. So that's why, like, right away, I'm like, ooh. But I figure I'm guessing probably the way Grant does this is, Carson probably played maybe more games than a lot of the other, maybe some of their, fifth, sixth centers. So he's on here, and same, and Coffey probably, January. He played a lot of games at defense for them also. So that's my guess. But I don't know. I don't know what these asterisks are. There's not one on Carson, but there's one on Coffey. I'm not for sure about that. But anyways, if it's probably not that big of a deal. If you're going to, use this to do a replay of some sort, you're probably going to kind of pour through things, and you'll catch things like that. And if you get the like the PDF seasons like I got, you also get some Excel worksheets that you can. So like if you were playing maybe a season long outing, and you wanted to make sure everybody was playing as they were because of injuries and stuff. You can use the spreadsheet to switch people around. You can change the lines around if you want, or you can bring different people in and then reprint this. Like I've printed out the Red Wings non-special teams here, and so you can go in there and edit it. I mean, obviously it takes Excel and such like that. Though I think Grant has said, if you don't have Excel and you need something simple done, you could reach out. But so there's just that. I thought worth bringing it up just to watch out for, and I think probably that's just kind of a common issue with sports games, because there's trades, there's injuries, and you got to have some method to for what players appear on the sheets. You can't just decide. You can't. I mean, it would take so much more time to go through there, and then like at what point? Because like for instance, I printed out here. So this is the and all these people played. I think these are probably the ones that played the most games of that season. But during the playoffs, Tomas Kopechki did not play a game, and neither did Andreas Lilia. So I don't remember why, but I know they didn't. What was... crap, can't think of his name. He was usually paired with Kronwall in later years. Eriksson played, and I think Darren Helm and I don't think it was Abdicator. I can't remember, but there was two other guys that played. Everybody else played like 7 games. But anyways, there's that. This came in it, and the intensity chart, but there's been no information about how that's supposed to be used. This came with it. It kind of said, ignore that. That's a quick decks option coming soon. Talks about the solitaire cards, the Excel team sheets, so you can change lines, and emailing a terminology sheet. So I never got emailed a terminology sheet, and I never saw anything else about the intensity card. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to email Grant to find out a little more about that. It came with a printed version 24.0 rulebook. The rulebook that I was sent was also that. One thing I will say is, you'll get the general gist of how the game flows and such. The player selection, it pretty much tells you that. It tells you, pretty much everything you need. There's just little things that are missing. It mentions momentum, but then it doesn't define momentum for you. So one thing, Grant has a lot of videos up, which is good, and in one of those videos he says that momentum is after an even strength goal, it goes to the end of that segment. So I mean, it's kind of a game. It's not hard. I think it flows nicely. It's best to read this and then watch Grant's videos to kind of get some ideas and such. Like for instance, and even some of the videos can kind of confuse me with the rules, because there was an earlier video, because I've been watching this a lot lately since I knew I wanted to get back into this, or not get back into it, but to get into it for the first time to see how things worked and such. And there was one point where Grant said that I think you could only play pass in like once or twice a period. But then in a later video, he had changed his mind on that, and that just applied to aggressiveness or active. You could only have, like, your forwards could only be active twice a period, and your D could only be active twice a period, and he had changed that. And also, I saw him using a score sheet, which, man, I'd like to get a copy of that. So, like I said, I probably, before I get into doing my Stanley Cup replay for this year, I probably need to email Grant and see if there's any latest things that I'm missing. Comes with 4 little tiny dice. These are so that if there's multiple penalties, you can put 1 on the first guy, 2 on the second, and then you can kind of keep track of that. And there's there's cards then that you can use to put in the deck to show like when those penalties end. So that's pretty handy. You get a lot of little wood bits to mark your lines and such, and your strategies. I like the ones that Grant has in his videos. They look almost like I don't want to say jelly-ish, but I don't know, they're almost like see-through a little bit. I don't know. Look pretty cool. I've seen them before. Could always go to Amazon and pick some up, or Game Crafter or whatever. But yeah, there's plenty of that. But these work fine. Dice that you need is a D6, a D12, and a D20. Love the little puck to denote possession, or no, who's or where it's at in the zone. I really like that you can run your strategy how you want, how aggressive you want to be, how active, what works best for your team, clear or pass out, dump and chase or pass in. It's pretty cool. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I just wish like I said, the rule book was a little more concise. Not necessarily concise, just I guess that it included everything that you needed. Some odd plays chart, not a whole lot, only 12 of them. I only had one happen, and I can't remember what it was, but odd plays are cool. Add some strange things into your game, and I think there's only like one of the ice action cards that has it. The ice action cards, these are real easy. Once you understand the nomenclature, they're real easy for how things go and run. If I can get things in here into the right, let's say that's the right bag for that. I would guess that this is for the big ice action or the game action. This is all the different possible things that can come off the cards. You're trying to create inside the attack zone, and then once you get something good enough, you can maybe get a chance, and then eventually you'll shoot, and then some kind of rebound, whether an okay rebound or a good rebound. I think that works nicely. One thing with the goal, I'm guessing that I don't know if it spells it out anywhere in the rules, but I always took it that you'd use the goalie's rebound rating if a shot that came off of the rebound things. I would use the rebound rating. I'm sure that's the way it is. I don't know what else I was thinking or going to say there. I don't know, but yeah, just minor nitpicks. Like I said, I think Grant, if you watch his videos on his channel, I think it does a good intro to explain it. Wish there was more. I know in some of the videos he said he was going to do video on this, video on that, and those haven't come. But I'm sure life intervenes for him just like it does for everybody else, so it's understandable. There was something I just had that flew out of my brain. Another good channel to see some gameplay is Glitch. Glitch. I think it's Rob, not Brendamore. I don't know. I think if you look up like Glitch's games, I think you'll find him on YouTube. I think he does some play of this game, and so when I really get serious and want to do my replay Detroit against the hated Penguins, I will have to watch some of those a little more. But I think that's pretty much it. Pretty exciting game. I think it flows well. Just some minor quibbles with the rules and such, but I think the only thing when I was playing that I had another thing. yeah, another rule that isn't in the rule book, but I caught off one of the videos. Like during that final segment, if a penalty's called for a roll, it'll only be a penalty on the one, since the refs tend to swallow their uh, their whistles at that point. But oh, I distracted myself again. What was I going to say? Oh, open this up and see if it jogs my memory. No? Crap. Oh, I saw that and I wanted to point that out, and then I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well, I'm sure I'll think of it after I get the video processed and uploaded, and then it'll be too late. But anyways, fun game. I like it. Looking forward to when I get around to playing the rematch of 2008, 2009, and another hockey game to add to my collection, right alongside there with Hockey Blast from Play. Haven't played that in quite a while. I was replaying the 92-93 season, since that was my first year of following it, and I think I was a quarter or a third of the way through, replaying the Red Wings games. And then I also have Stratomatic hockey. I have the same season, the 92-93 season. I think it's unopened, so I think I've got that. I've got the extra cards that come with that season. I think I purchased them, and then whatever came with the base game. But I've never actually played Stratomatic hockey. I think a buddy at one time was trying to show me it, but I don't know. I just never got excited enough to pull it out myself and figure it out. I should just sell it like I did Stratomatic baseball a few years back. But yeah, you know, just more stuff on the shelf. All right, I need to quit rambling. I need to get on with things. So hope you got an interesting look at this, and we'll talk later. Bye.